Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Kaliandra Eco Resort in Malang, East Java, Indonesia. For Mantra 116, the Meanwhile Classic Mountain Trail event here in East Java. 6th edition, starting tonight for the 116K that you can see here with the famous mountains Willirang and Arjuno. But without Mahapenya, even though Mahapenya, as you can see, is still shown here on the track map, but the climb of Mahapenya and the very technical descent have been taken out of the course following runners' feedback from the past couple of seasons. But Mantra 116 is still very tough. As you can see, there's almost 7,000 meters of elevation gain. So we also have the 60K. That's for the medium distance runners. And there's a lot of them this weekend. There will be about 200 starters on the 60K. The 116, the longest trail, they will have 72 starters, which is also not bad for this race, and given the sheer difficulty, technicality of this race. We're streaming live as usual on ATM Facebook, ATM YouTube and ATM Twitter, and if all goes well, we're also live on Telegram, the Telegram app. Here you can see the local food from Malang. Soto ayam? Soto ayam, exactly. And here we have the booth of Oli Athletic with the meanwhile famous t-shirt, Trail Be With You. With Isni, how are you doing here? First time in Indonesia, I think.
First time in Indonesia, yeah.
How's it going with the t-shirt?
Quite good. The sale is quite okay. Oli, what do you think?
Sounds good. Thanks, Indonesia.
All right, great to hear. Guys, you also have some good runners here from your team, Oli Athletic.
We have two runners. Ruan from Philippines. She's running for 116K, and Amirul for 60K. Yeah.
Rowan, of course, is the leader in the Asia Trainmaster ranking at the moment for women, and Amirul is also doing very well. But they're both newbies, just like yourself in trail running, right? So it's been a very successful launch of the brand and of your runners, I would say.
Yeah. So far, the reception for the brand is quite good, and basically we have two brands that we are doing now, which is Oli Athletic for running and trail running, and we have one, we call it Beska, so it's more focused on cycling. Yeah.
Great. And Believe Achieve is your main tagline, I believe.
Yeah, Believe Achieve is our tagline, where we want people to have some belief in them, and in order to achieve something, their dreams. Yeah. So basically, it's a simple tagline, but yet it's powerful.
Summit, yeah, exactly. Summit, and next to it is Lari Lari Adi. Summit is a brand by Rahmat Septianto. Yes, and he is the driving force, ladies and gentlemen, behind Siksorogo Lawu Ultra. That will be the ATM final this year in December, 2nd and 3rd of December. Trail of Men competitor, finisher of Trail of Men. How was the race 2 weeks ago in Thailand?
It was great. We start in the dark from 10 p.m. and we almost crossing the top about 3 or 2 hours later, and it's very great. But can't say anything because in the dark. My name is Lundo. I'm from Vietnam.
What was your result in the race?
I will finish maybe 20 or something. Yeah, I was in the row with 116.
You do the 116?
Yeah. Me and 3 of my friends, including Young Chong.
Last year is quite striking, because last year we only had one female runner. It was Shindy Patricia, the local star. She is from Malang, she is from here. And Willirang and Arjuna is basically her training ground. Last year she decided for the first time to take part in the race, and she finished, of course, and she won it as she was the only female participant. However, this year there's more than 10 women on the start list, and Shindy Patricia is back, but she will be challenged by some other competitive runners like Sianti Chandra, who is also from Jakarta, also from Indonesia. Sianti Chandra, welcome to the ATM channels. Can you have a brief word? Because you're a bit of a newcomer in ATM. Last year you were second in Mantra. That was obviously very inspiring, because now you're doing the 116.
Yeah, I'm doing the upgrade one, the 116. So yeah, let's try and let's see how I will fare in this 116.
We wish you all the luck, of course.
It will be hard to beat Cindy. I think Cindy will be the career winner in this category. So yeah, we will see. I just want to. I mean, this is for me. I already do 100 kilometers. So I will see my body and my training, how far I can come to this. My first and main goal is just to finish the race.
Fuminori Kondo, welcome to our Asia Trailmaster channel. How have you been doing? You had a very good race in Bukit Lawang. What happened since then? You kept on training well?
Yeah, my this training is enough, so my condition is good. So
is this the first time mantra for you?
the second times, yeah, the last year. Okay. Yeah. It's not good, so I have a little bit problem for my ankle, so I cannot push myself. So just focus to finish last year.
Mantra 116 is banking a lot on safety, so the race briefing is very much focused on all safety aspects of the race. Mohammed Afindi, Amirul, good to see you again. How are you, Afindi?
Fine, good.
Right, I won't disturb you too much. You're looking at the race briefing. We'll talk later. Yeah, we have a lot of Malaysian runners here. We also have Norlela Ismail, Nur Amani, if I'm not mistaken, and Halimatun Saadia is sitting there also with the Zenon Poles t-shirts. Zenon Poles are our favorite trekking poles of the season. And Nur Amani, with the blue shirt and the black hijab, she won the Janta Bike Ultra, if I'm not mistaken, a couple of weeks ago. That was the candidate race. Mandatory gear check, very important also for this race. And there we see Sean Aying from the Davao, Philippines, waving at us. Grandmaster Sean Aying, also a contender for the podium on the 116 for sure. There's a couple of Filipinos in the race. Roan Bigwasen, even though she lives in KL, in Malaysia. There's also, of course, Ria Batak, Grandmaster Ria Batak, and organizer of Santa Ines and Baktit Ultra. In the meantime, Ben is giving a briefing about the GPS trackers that I mentioned to you before. Ben is the CEO of Dotrek Asia, with whom we have a collaboration going. Shanying, we are live on the ATM channels. How are you doing here at Mantra this afternoon?
Yeah, I feel good. I arrived yesterday in the afternoon.
You had a good rest?
Yeah, I rest a lot yesterday.
What are your ambitions for tomorrow?
Maybe just finish race with my target time.
We wish you all the best.
Yeah, thank you, Chris.
Shanying, one of the Filipinos in the race. Masafumi Yamamoto, 4-star Grandmaster, live on the ATM channels. Masafumi, you had a couple of heat strokes in recent weeks. Can you tell us a bit more about that?
Well, I got heat stroke in Merapo, Okumusashi, and also Deep Japan. And I hope that I don't get the heat stroke this time. Back to 5 years ago, I actually got a heat stroke in this race. So I wish nothing happened to me.
So it's a bit of unfinished business for you this weekend.
Yeah, right. I just need to finish. It is my to-do list. So
We wish you all the best.
yeah, thank you very much.
Amir Zaki, quick word. So we're live on the ATM channels. Yeah, winner of Borneo Maler, that was a month ago. How has your recovery been?
Yeah, it was good. I did two races. Yeah, it was also a good result.
You won Janda Bike, right?
Jana Bai and also Gombak Trail overall champion also.
So you've been very busy actually for your recovery over 100 miles in Sabah.
Yeah, but last week I did my recovery week, so I think I'm good form today. So
Tomorrow is 65 kilometers for you.
yeah, 65.
A lot of strong runners. So what's your plan?
My plan is just to enjoy the race and finish fast as soon as possible. I don't look for other runners, but I more focus on myself.
Norlela, welcome to Mantra. We're live on the ATM channels. How you've been doing? You had a very good race in Cowboy Malaya last month, so you're obviously in very good shape. What are your expectations for tomorrow?
I think I have to finish. I want to finish this coming race lah. Yeah.
You're a La Sportiva runner in Malaysia or in general in Asia. So what kind of La Sportiva shoes will you be using tomorrow?
Okay, tomorrow I'll be using Muten shoes.
So, Hero, after last year, you bank a lot on safety, as you mentioned in the race briefing as well. Can you maybe just run through what has all changed and what have you done to make the race as safe as possible for the runners?
Thank you, Chris. That's correct. This year we're putting a lot of efforts in making the safety measurements become our top priority. And that is the top of this step of the safety is basically on top of the Arjuno, because we see the risk of this race is basically from the Arjuno and surrounding going downwards, so that we are the center of the rules. The regulation is not allowing the runners going down from top of Arjuno after 4 p.m. That is make sure that the runners will cruising down the Arjuno during the daytime. There will be no nighttime, because this is the things that we see the potential risk. The biggest potential risk race in this Arjuno is going down from the summit of Arjuno during the dark. So we omit that, and because of that, center of the safety measurements, the whole rules of the race is changed. The starting point is changed, the COP is changed, and then the COT and everything is changed, because everything is centered at the top of the Arjuno cutoff point. and this is also making sure that all the support for the runners that done by organizer is centralized, centered on the top of the Arjuno going downwards. And we expect with the different measure and the prioritizing, focusing on this safety, we expect that this race will be safer for the runners, safer for the organizers, and everybody can enjoy, apart from the weather that right now is is raining. So hopefully it's only until this daytime. Hopefully tonight will be stopped and everybody enjoy the race with a dry, not a wet.
On a softer note, there's a lot of young Indonesians in the 116 and the 65. Maybe you have a better view than me about these young Indonesians. For example, Rizky and Nizar, sorry. How do you see them performing tomorrow?
I think the real battle is in the 60 category. Not mentioning that, it's not meaning that 116 is less, but 60 we see that so many fast young runners is compete in 60 category. Rizky, Sobiri, and then Dede Hilman, and few other young fast runners is joining in the 60K, and I cannot predict all of them fast.
Thanks. All right, so that was Hero Prabowo, and with that I think we will close our live stream of the Race Pack Collection race briefing